104 battles, 104 victories, 0 defeats. This is the real combat record of a fighter jet that has turned the skies into hell for 50 years. The F-15 Eagle. Dollars to buy more of this 50-year-old aircraft. Are they insane? Or do they know something the rest of the world doesn't? To understand why the F-15 still matters, we need to go back to Vietnam. American F-4 Phantoms had a disastrous kill ratio. 2 American aircraft shot down for every enemy aircraft. In World War II, that number was 10-1. The problem? The F-4 didn't even have a gun, only missiles. And on the battlefield, missiles malfunction. Missiles get jammed. When the enemy closes in, pilots had nothing to fight with. In 1969, the U.S. Air Force said, enough. They wanted a beast built for one purpose only, to destroy everything flying in the sky. On July 27, 1972, the F-15 Eagle made its first flight. 2 engines producing 13 tons of thrust each. In 1976, this was science fiction technology. June 27, 1979, Israeli F-15 pilot Moshe Melnick pressed the missile launch button. 4 seconds later, a Syrian MiG-21 exploded into a fireball. The F-15's first kill in history. Fast forward to 1982, the Lebanon War. In 2 days, Israeli F-15s shot down 40 Syrian aircraft without losing a single one. 40-0. Operation Desert Storm. In 43 days of war, F-15s shot down 36 Iraqi aircraft. F-15 losses? 0. Captain Rick Tolini shot down 2 MiG-25 Foxbats in the same mission. The MiG-25, capable of Mach 3.2, theoretically could escape, but in reality, 2 missiles, 2 explosions. By 2025, the F-15's global record, 104 victories, 0 defeats. Saudi Arabia, 39-0. Israel, 58-0. USA, 7-0. No other fighter jet in history has this record. But this is 2025. China's J-20. But as if it is its SIDM. America's own F-35 Lightning II. The F-15, big as a flying bus. Massive radar cross-section. No stealth technology. In an era where whoever is seen first dies first, the F-15 cannot hide. And this is where it gets weird. February 2020, Boeing announced a contract, $23 billion to buy 144 brand new F-15EX aircraft. $23 billion. For a 50-year-old design, while they already have the F-35. Experts called it a strategic mistake. So, are they crazy? The answer lies in understanding real war. In modern warfare, you fight with a system, not one aircraft. Day 1. Enemy has strong air defenses. You send F-35s and B-2 Spirits. They destroy enemy radar and missiles. Days 2 to 3. Air defense is neutralized. Now you need to control the skies. Here's where the math becomes brutal. F-35 in stealth mode. 8 missiles. F-16, 22 missiles. 22. Nearly 3 times as many. On one aircraft. AIM-120D AMRAAMs with 180-kilometer range. AIM-260 JATMs with over 200-kilometer range. An F-15EX is a flying weapons depot. Operating costs. Intercepting an airstrike or letting a city get bombed. Stealth isn't invincible. It's just one tool. When enemy air defenses are destroyed, when you've won air superiority, you don't need stealth anymore. You need firepower. You need volume. You need to Yindi the war. That's the F-15EX. The Air Force isn't buying it to replace the F-35. They're buying it to complement the F-35. The F-35 is a scalpel. The F-15EX is a sledgehammer. You need both. One more story. May 1st, 1983. Captain Ziv Nedavai was flying an F-15D when his aircraft collided with an A-4 Skyhawk. He looked outside. His entire right wing was gone. Nearly 6 square meters of wing area missing. Any other aircraft would fall immediately. Air traffic control screamed, "Eject! Eject now!" But his instruments showed the plane was still flying. Engines still working. He pushed throttle to full. Mach 1.1. Mach 1.2. 12 minutes later, he landed at 500 kilometers per hour to 100 kilometers per hour faster than normal. He climbed out and turned back. For the first time realizing he had flown, with only one wing. The chief engineer from McDonnell Douglas said, "I can't believe it flew. We never designed the F-15 to do this, but it did. They call it the flying tank. That name is completely deserved." So the question, is the F-15 Eagle obsolete? It depends. If you think warfare is only about the latest technology and stealth, then yes, it sounds obsolete. But if you understand that real war is about logistics, cost, and sustaining operations for months, if victory comes from bringing the most firepower to the battlefield, fastest, longest, then the F-15 isn't just relevant. It's essential. That's why the U.S. Air Force spent $23 billion on the F-15EX. Saudi Arabia, Israel, Japan, South Korea, they all know this. The F-15 Eagle will fly until 2050. Nearly a century of service. 104 victories. 0 defeats. Not obsolete. Just unstoppable. Right, Eagle, if you believe the F-15 is still king. Right, stealth, if you think the future belongs to stealth. Hit like and subscribe. Next week, Russia's Su-27 flanker. The beast that even American pilots respect. See you then.